You procrastinate because you are waiting to feel like it, and that feeling almost never arrives, and now I will explain why. Did you know that every time you tell yourself, "I'll do it when I feel like it," every time you wait for the perfect moment to start that project, every time you postpone what matters because you don't feel motivated, every time you promise, "Tomorrow I'll do it," and tomorrow you promise the same thing again, you are not a victim of laziness. It's not that you lack discipline, it's not that you are weak or incapable, but that you are trapped in the most destructive lie your mind has told you, the lie that motivation will come first. And in this video you will understand why you procrastinate while waiting for a motivation that will never arrive in the way you expect, and how to do things even when you don't want to do them, because that is the only real way to move forward in life. I know exactly what you have been carrying in your mind for months, maybe years. There is an endless list of things you know you should do, but keep postponing. The course you bought 6 months ago and never opened, the book sitting on your desk waiting for you to read it, the personal project you started with enthusiasm and that now only generates guilt every time you see it, the difficult conversation you need to have but keep avoiding, the job change you know you need but never take the first step toward, the relationship you know you should end but keep waiting for the right moment that never comes. And now, at 18, 25, 35, 45 years old, you are still in the same destructive cycle. You wake up with good intentions. Today I'll do it. But you wait to feel motivated first. You wait to have energy. You wait for circumstances to be perfect. You wait for inspiration, mental clarity, the right mood. And while you wait, the day passes, and another day, and another, and when you realize it, weeks, months, years have gone by, waiting for motivation that never arrived in the magical way you imagined. And that constant waiting, that need to feel motivated before acting, that belief that motivation must come first and action second, that is not caution, as you have thought it is not waiting for the right moment, as you have justified it. It's a mental trap your brain created to protect you from something you fear more than failure itself. And until you see what that is, you will remain in this cycle for another 10 years. If right now you feel a growing discomfort, if you recognize that pattern of waiting and never acting, if a part of you is already looking for excuses as you read this, my case is different. I do have valid reasons to wait. Then we are on the right path. Take a deep breath and stay, because what I am about to show you can break the cycle of procrastination that has stolen years of progress from you. Here is what no one tells you about procrastination. You are not waiting for motivation. You are waiting for a version of yourself that does not exist. You are waiting for that future you who naturally wakes up excited to do what is difficult, who feels no resistance, who does not doubt, who simply acts with automatic enthusiasm. And that version of you is never going to arrive. It never existed. It is a fantasy that keeps you stuck today. Let me introduce you to Marcus Aurelius, the powerful Roman emperor who appears in books and movies. And here comes something that seems to make no sense. This man literally had the power to postpone anything he did not want to do. No one could force him to do anything. He could delegate absolutely everything. He had all the resources to avoid uncomfortable tasks. And yet he wrote obsessively about something that seems contradictory for someone with so much power. He wrote about the importance of doing what must be done immediately without waiting for motivation. Why would someone who could procrastinate without consequences write about acting without motivation? Because Marcus Aurelius understood something most people never understand. External power does not free you from internal duty. The more ability you have to avoid what is difficult, the more important it is to discipline yourself to do it anyway. And in his meditations, he wrote something that completely destroys the excuse of, "I'll wait until I feel like it." At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I am rising to do the work of a human being. Why should I be unhappy to do what I was born to do? He was not talking about waiting for inspiration. He was talking about something deeper and harder, acting out of duty, out of commitment to who you decided to be, regardless of how you feel. Not because motivation arrived, but because it must be done, period. And here is the brutal truth you have probably been avoiding your entire life. Motivation does not come first. It comes after. Motivation does not precede action. It is a consequence of action. You feel motivated after you start, not before. But you have spent your entire life waiting for the wrong order. You wait to feel in order to act, when the reality is that you must act in order to feel. Every time you tell yourself, when I feel like it, I'll do it, you are guaranteeing that you will never do it, because the desire to do something difficult, uncomfortable, that requires effort rarely appears spontaneously. It is not that your brain is broken, it is that your brain is working perfectly. It is designed to avoid discomfort and seek immediate pleasure. Expecting to naturally want to do what is difficult is like expecting your body to naturally want to do intense exercise or eat only vegetables. It does not work that way. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, understood this with devastating clarity. He wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough to accomplish the greatest things if it is used well. But when it is squandered in careless luxury and spent on nothing good, we finally realize that it has passed away." He was pointing exactly at what you do when you procrastinate. It is not that you do not have time. It is that you waste it waiting for motivation that never comes. And the most painful part of all, while you wait to feel like doing what matters, you somehow do feel immediate desire to do what is insignificant. You feel like checking social media. You feel like watching one more episode. You feel like reorganizing your desk for the 10th time. You feel like reading random articles. Why? Because those things do not require you to face what you truly fear, your own inadequacy, the possibility of failure, the sustained effort you are not sure you can maintain. And now you are at that crucial point, the point where you decide whether you will keep waiting for a motivated version of yourself that will never arrive, or whether you finally accept that. Now I want you to understand something that will completely change how you see procrastination. But first, I need to warn you, this will be uncomfortable. It will strip away all the excuses you have used for years. It will leave you without valid justifications to keep postponing. Imagine for a moment that all those times you waited to feel like it, that you waited for the perfect moment, that you waited to feel ready, were not smart timing strategies, but sophisticated ways of avoiding what you truly fear, discovering that maybe you are not as capable as you believed. That maybe the project you have been postponing will reveal that you do not have as much talent as you thought. That maybe that difficult conversation will confirm that you are more cowardly than you want to admit. That maybe the change you need to make will prove that you do not have the strength you pretend to have. That thesis you have not started writing after 2 years is not because you lack time or inspiration. It is because as long as you do not write it, you can keep believing that you could write something brilliant. But the moment you sit down to write, you face the real possibility that, and I know exactly what you are thinking right now. This sounds like you're saying I'm a coward, that I lack discipline, that I'm weak. And let me be completely clear before continuing. I'm not saying you are those things by nature. I am not saying you cannot change. What I am saying is something completely different. I am saying that your procrastination is not the problem, it is the symptom. The real problem is that you have believed the lie that you need to feel in order to act, when the truth is that you need to act in order to feel, and the difference is not subtle. It is the difference between waiting your entire life or starting today. Marcus Aurelius constantly faced tasks he did not want to do. Long and boring trials, tedious political meetings, difficult decisions about war and peace, endless correspondence. He did not wake up every day excited to rule an empire, yet he wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Necessity is upon you. While you live, while it is possible, be good." He was not waiting for motivation. He was acting from duty. And here is the crucial distinction that changes everything. There is a massive difference between motivation and discipline. Motivation is that temporary emotion that makes you want to do something. Discipline is doing something regardless of how you feel. Motivation is attractive but unreliable. Discipline is difficult, but it builds lives, and yet you still do not fully understand this in your body. Think about this honestly. How many times have you felt motivated and started something with enthusiasm, only to abandon it a week later when the motivation disappeared? How many projects have you started in moments of inspiration that are now forgotten? Motivation is like the weather. It changes constantly. It is unpredictable. You cannot control it. Building your life while waiting to be motivated is like building a house assuming it will never rain. Discipline, on the other hand, is deciding who you want to be and acting accordingly regardless of how you feel. It is saying, "I want to be someone who writes," and then writing. Even when you do not feel like it, even when it is boring, even when it feels pointless. It is the accumulation of 1,000 actions done without desire that build the person you wanted to become. And what I am sharing with you requires that you understand something important. This will not magically make you want to do difficult things. You will not finish this video and suddenly feel immense motivation. What will change is your understanding that you do not need that motivation to act. But there is still something else you need to see before this truly transforms your life. Seneca wrote something that complements this perfectly. If a man does not know to which port he is sailing, no wind is favorable. Your procrastination is not only avoidance of action, it is lack of clarity about who you have decided to be. If you have not truly decided that you want to be a writer, of course you will not write. If you have not truly decided that you want to be healthy, of course you will not exercise. It is not waiting for motivation. It is the absence of a real decision about your identity. Now let me show you how procrastination destroys real lives at different crucial moments. And as you read this, observe with brutal honesty whether you recognize your own pattern. Imagine you are 18 years old in your first semester of university. You have an important project worth 40% of your final grade. It is assigned in the first week of the semester, and you have 4 full months to complete it. You tell yourself, "I have plenty of time. I'll do it when I have more clarity." 2 months pass, and you say, "I still have 2 months, I'll wait until I feel more inspired." 3.5 months pass, and you panic and tell yourself, "I'll do it this weekend when I have a full day without interruptions." The weekend arrives and you do not feel like it. You are tired from the rest of the week. You tell yourself, "I'll start on Monday with fresh energy." Monday arrives with no fresh energy, only normal Monday obligations, and suddenly you are 3 days from the deadline, having started nothing. You do something mediocre in panic. You get a bad grade, and you promise yourself, "Next time I'll start early." But next time you repeat the exact same pattern because you never learned the real lesson. You did not need motivation. You needed the discipline to start without motivation. And that pattern you just recognized, that constant promise of "next time it will be different," is it really a decision you are making? Or is it an automatic program repeating itself? Or imagine you are 25 and you have wanted to start a business for 3 years. You have read books, watched videos, made detailed plans in your head, but you have not taken the first real step because "I'm not completely ready yet." You wait to have all possible knowledge. You wait for the perfect economic moment. You wait to feel the total confidence you imagine successful entrepreneurs feel. And while you wait, you watch other people with less knowledge than you launch their businesses. Some fail, yes, but others succeed, and you keep waiting. Not because you truly need more preparation, but because starting would mean risking your image as a capable person who could succeed if they wanted to. and facing the reality of a person who tried and maybe failed. Your ego prefers eternal potential to imperfect reality, and most people live entire decades in that comfortable potential without realizing that the real preparation time they needed was a tenth of the time they lost waiting to feel ready. Or think of someone who is 35 and has wanted to write a book for 5 years. They have the idea, they have the story, they even have a few chapters written years ago, but every time they sit down to write, they do not have the right motivation. They do not feel inspired enough. The words do not flow the way they imagine they should, so they close the computer and promise themselves, "I'll write when inspiration arrives." Years pass. The book is never finished, and deep down they know the problem is not lack of inspiration. It is that writing a complete book is hard work, boring in many parts, frustrating when it does not go well, and their brain prefers the fantasy of "I am a writer with a book in my mind" over the reality of "I am someone who sat down for 2 hours a day for 6 months to write even without motivation." Or imagine someone who is 45 and has wanted to be in shape their entire adult life. They have bought gym memberships they stop using after the first month, started diets they abandon after a week, with the constant excuse, "I don't feel like going today, I'll go tomorrow when I have more energy." But tomorrow, they also have no energy. The energy does not come first. It comes after months of exercising consistently, even when you do not feel like it. Or think of someone who is 55 and has postponed important conversations with their family for decades. They know they need to talk to their children about difficult things. They know they need to resolve old conflicts. But they wait for the perfect moment where they have the exact words, where they feel emotionally prepared, where circumstances are ideal, and that moment never arrives, and relationships deteriorate in the silence of conversations never had. And here is where something absolutely critical for the rest of your existence is decided. A decision that will divide your life into what could have been and what actually was. Or someone who is 65 and looks back and sees a life of someday I will write that book, someday I will have that conversation, someday I will start that project, and now someday has turned into never. And the only difference between the people who achieved things and this person is that they acted without motivation, while this person waited for motivation that never arrived. And you right now are exactly at that breaking point. It does not matter how old you are. It does not matter how much time you have lost waiting. It does not matter how many times you have promised yourself to start. You are at the moment where you decide whether you will keep waiting for motivation that will not come, or whether you finally, and now what I promised from the beginning, how to act without motivation. How to build real discipline that does not depend on temporary motivation, while respecting that this is difficult and that your brain will resist at first. I'm not going to ask you to become a perfect discipline machine tomorrow. The real ability to act without motivation is built through specific steps. First step, the 2-minute rule. During this week, for everything you have been postponing, commit to doing it for only 2 minutes. Not 2 hours, just 2 minutes. Write for only 2 minutes. Exercise for only 2 minutes. Work on that project for only 2 minutes. The key is to start without waiting for motivation. Most of the time, after 2 minutes, you will want to continue because action created motivation. But if after 2 minutes you do not want to continue, that is fine. You kept your commitment. Second step, eliminate the option of waiting for motivation. Decide right now that you will never use the phrase, "Oh, do when I feel like it," again. Replace it with, "Even if I don't feel like it." It is no longer, "I'll go to the gym when I feel like it." It is, "I'll go to the gym even if I don't feel like it." This small linguistic change completely alters your relationship with action. You are no longer waiting for an emotion, you are acting from decision. And here I need to warn you about something crucial that most people get wrong. You will want to feel motivated immediately after you start. You will expect the first day of acting without motivation to feel amazing. That is a trap. The first days, even weeks, of acting without motivation feel terrible. Your brain is protesting because you are taking control away from it. Real motivation, the kind that lasts, appears after weeks of doing something consistently, even when you do not want to, and if you expect to feel good immediately, you will quit in 3 days. Third step, identity before results. Instead of focusing on the result you want, I want to write a book, focus on the identity you want to build. I want to be a writer, and then ask yourself every day, what would a writer do today? A writer writes even without motivation. What would a healthy person do today? A healthy person exercises even without motivation. The identity guides action without needing emotion. Fourth step, environmental design to eliminate friction. Make it harder not to do the task than to do it. If you want to read more, leave the book on your pillow so it is the first thing you see. If you want to exercise in the morning, sleep with your workout clothes next to your bed. If you want to write, open the document on your computer before going to sleep so it is waiting for you. Do not expect unlimited willpower. Remove the barriers that require willpower. Fifth step, public non-negotiation contract. Tell someone exactly what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. Not, I'll try to exercise this week, but I will exercise Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 a.m. and I will send you a photo as proof. Public commitment removes the option of negotiating with yourself every day about whether you feel like it or not. It is no longer a daily decision, it is an established commitment. Sixth step, brutal visual tracking of consistency. Buy a physical calendar and mark an X every day you complete the action, even if you did not feel like it. Your only job is not to break the chain of X's. It does not matter how small the action was. I only wrote for 10 minutes today. If you did it without motivation, you mark the X. Seeing the chain grow creates a commitment not to break it that is stronger than temporary motivation. Remember when I said at the beginning that you procrastinate waiting for a motivated version of yourself that does not exist? Now you understand. You do not need motivation, you need decision. Motivation is the consequence, not the cause. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. And that distinction between motivation and discipline that I left open, motivation makes you start things, discipline makes you finish them. Motivation feels good, discipline is effective. One feels good, the other builds a life. You are the breaking point where you decide whether your life will be a collection of some days or a chain of actions done without motivation that built something real. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his later years, "Stop arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." He did not wait for motivation to be good. He acted without waiting for emotions. And there is something no one tells you about acting without motivation. After months of doing things, even when you do not want to, you discover something strange and beautiful. You start to feel like doing them, not the magical motivation you expected at the beginning, but genuine desire born from the identity you built through 1,000 actions without motivation. You became someone who does things, and that someone naturally wants to keep doing them. The motivation arrived, but only after you stopped waiting for it. This message is not for everyone. Not everyone wants the discomfort of acting without motivation. Not everyone wants to let go of the comfortable excuse of, "I'll wait until I am ready." And that is fine. But if you are willing to do things even when you do not want to do them, and if this message stirred something deep you have been avoiding for years, if you started to see that your wait for motivation was just fear in disguise, if something inside you is ready to act even without motivation, subscribe to Stoic Life 360 for more deep reflections that truly transform your capacity for action from the root, not just motivate you temporarily. Like this video so that more people trapped waiting for motivation that will never arrive can find this message and begin their process of genuine discipline. And tell me honestly in the comments, which of these 6 steps will you take first? You do not have to do them all. You do not have to do them quickly. There is no external pressure. Just start with one, even if you do not feel like it. Write it in the comments and commit publicly to doing it. Always remember this: you procrastinate because you wait to feel like it, but the desire comes after, not before. Act even when you do not want to, and now you decide what you will do with that liberating truth. See you in the next video.